Okay, so we are adding watercolor to our foil. You need your foil, all nice with its symbols, a brush, the watercolor, and a bucket of water. You're gonna start by dipping your paintbrush in the water and then the watercolor. You really want to swirl in circles and get a lot of paint on the paintbrush. So your ratio of water to paint should be mostly paint. You can see at first it's still kind of watery. You really need to keep swirling it and 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 swirling it. And then you're just going to paint across the entire surface. It's okay, it's not paper, so it's not going to really absorb into the surface. It's just going to like lay a coat across the top that's going to stain it a little bit like a new color. So I probably should have fast forwarded here, but I didn't. So we're just going to watch me paint the whole thing. You don't have to stick with just one color. You can start with this lovely little pink right here, and then in a minute I'm gonna hop over to like a purple. You know, you can do it based on the sections of your drawing. You can do it based across, you know, just a color wash going across. Totally up to you. Make sure you keep dipping back into your watercolor frequently. Again, a little bit of water, lots of swirling in the actual paint. We want a nice dark pigment for this because the color is going to go into all those little dips that we have on our foil and it's going to stay darker there. It doesn't matter if you get it on the white of the mat. That isn't really a part, like it's just to keep the edges of the foil from cutting you. I just taped it down to that. So go ahead and destroy these mats, they're fine. You can see the painting should go pretty quick. The trick to this is that you're probably going to have to do layers to kind of build up the color. This isn't like a one paint and then finished kind of situation. Okay. So now it's about done. We're going to let it sit out and dry. And now the trick is you really do have to let it dry for quite some time because again, the foil is not going to absorb the water. You literally have to let the water evaporate. And we want to keep all the color in the dark, in the deep areas, which means that it's thicker water there, so it takes even longer for the color to dry. You will eventually take a paper towel and kind of in smoothing circles go around. If you're like me and you do it too early, it wipes away pretty much everything. So then you just have to go back through. Yep, you can see I'm like, nope, that was a bad idea. Go back through, repaint it on again, and then after you've given it more time to dry, this was after like 10 minutes I think, you can start rubbing through here. And this made a nice first layer. You could see how it stays in those little dips, but it keeps that like silver across the top. If you rub too much, again, you can just put another layer on top of it. Sometimes it'll also like get stuck in weird places and you'll get like little dark spots. A little bit of water can like loosen those up if you want something to get a little lighter. Again, you can see I accidentally rubbed a little bit too much away there. So these are after the second layer. I'm not sure you can tell the difference, but they really are a little bit darker and richer, and that's what you want.